Welcome to Pacific Magazine. I'm Zoe Stagg. On this edition, we visit the tiny but mighty. U.S. Army Garrison Kwajalein Atoll is headquartered on a 3-square-mile island 2,000 miles from the nearest major landmass. It may be small, but its presence in the Pacific is huge. Today we're going to visit the mission the island supports and the community of active duty, DoD civilians, contractors, and marshalees who make it run, give it heart, and its crucial place in the Pacific region.
When you think of a tropical island, you might picture easy days with your toes in the sand. You'll find that here, but there's also a big mission waiting just below the surface.
Where else in the world can you make a claim that on a daily basis you're impacting our national security? And that's what we do here.
It's an island where a complex mission sits right next to history and technology, and it's the simple things that matter most.
At the end of the day, you get to get on your bicycle and you get to ride down this beautiful road with this scenery behind me and see the palm trees swaying and the waves crashing, and it all seems to kind of fade away.
The eye on the sky, a hallmark of a mission that includes optics and telemetry, never sleeps. And that vigilance in paradise is what makes this place so unique.
This Army garrison exists to support the Reagan test site. And the Reagan test site is unique in the fact that it contributes towards our national security on a daily basis through space surveillance, space object identification, through the critical radars that we have here within the atoll. And this is the only place that the Department of Defense can actually test its ICBMs and test their utilization within the atoll itself.
When we mentioned that the RTS mission uses a combination of optics, telemetry, and radar, this is radar. It's called Altair, and of the 4 deep space surveillance radar systems in the world, 2 are located right here on Roy. Constant testing verifies the accuracy and reliability of the weapon system and provides a visible message of security.
RTS is a vital national asset, and with the rebalancing to the Pacific, it shows our strength to our adversaries, and they can understand what our capabilities are. It shows our allies that we're committed to strengthening our relationships with them and showing that we're serious about our pivot into the Pacific, and let them know that we'll be there when they need us. I like to say that living and working here on Kwajalein Atoll is a team sport.
When he says that living on Kwajalein Atoll is a team sport, this could be what he means. This is adult, intramural, inner tube, water polo. And this is what it's all about.
This tiny island has huge space to explore your passions with a tight-knit community. Everything from the silly to the serious is waiting for you here if you look hard enough. One of those passions is the Kwajalein MIA project. It's dedicated to finding World War II-related wrecks off the coast and those who've been missing in action for over 70 years. With a team including combat-wounded veterans and active duty, the quest hits close to home.
Having been injured in combat, I was able to come home to my family, and these guys weren't. And that's kind of the driving force to doing it.
I think it's given them a sense of hope that we may have possibly found some of their family. It's got to be overwhelming, and something that they've probably been waiting a long time for. 70 years is a long time to wait for your loved one to be found, or possibly even found and brought back home. So it's a great feeling to be able to help and to see the families happy.
Of the 9 wrecks in the local lagoon, the project has found 3. As for the rest, they have a message for the families.
Be patient, because we're still looking, and we are not going to stop until they're all found. That is the mission. For the families that we've been able to contact, whose loved ones' planes that we have found, the mission doesn't stop there, because they're not home yet. We've turned the information over to DPAA. We're in contact with family members of planes that we haven't found yet, and my message to them is be patient, we're on the hunt, and we're not going to stop until we find it. Now they have answers, because now they have something more than just a telegram that says we regret to inform you that your loved one died in action.
Not all of the World War II history stayed on the island. Some come back to visit thanks to the work of the entire community. These veterans spend time exploring and meeting the younger generation at events at the Garrison School.
One of the things that we're most proud of here at U.S. Army Garrison Kwajalein Atoll is the Ricotta School Program, and it's a special program that's existed here for a couple decades. So from grade kindergarten up through grade 12, we have 3 to 5 students in every single one of those grades that excel academically here.
Currently, we have almost 50 students in the whole education system that are in the Ricotta program. They come over by ferry every morning early, and they attend school, and then they go home late at night by ferry. And at times, we have several that will actually enlist in the military in the different branches and serve our country.
There are vibrant Marshallese schools on the nearby island, but the opportunity to study on Kwajalein gives some students a different path that often leads to giving back. One of those students is now a Navy Seabee.
It was, and always has been, like an investment program. And again, the reason it exists is because of the relationship between these two countries. And what I believe they wanted to see if they could, produce like a series of students and maybe help them succeed, and they could come back and give back to this community. There's some stuff here that throughout the country that are structures that are actually standing because I designed them, and I use my engineering skills to design them. I've been in for almost 2 years now, and I really enjoy it. Really done a lot of cool stuff. Been on some cool projects.
He saw an opportunity, a need in his community, and stepped up to serve both. He's a Seabee now, like many who come to the island and leave it better than they found it.
We are standing here in what everybody wants out of base housing, a brand new kitchen. And this kitchen is courtesy of a detachment of Seabees out of Gulfport, Mississippi. The Seabees have been here on a 6-month deployment. During the time, they have completed 17 projects. Those projects benefit not only the 1,200 people who live and work here on Kwajalein, but the 12,000 Marshallese who live on a nearby island. Those projects have worked to build relationships of the community together, and we're going to take a look at some of those right now.
A short ferry ride from U.S. Army Garrison Kwajalein Atoll lies the island of Ibai. The infrastructure serves a lot of people in a place where you can't always get supplies for repairs. Enter a detachment of Seabees from Gulfport, Mississippi. The group of 20 came to Kwajalein Atoll on a short deployment and left something long-lasting. From housing renovations to structural upgrades, these Seabees have checked off a list of completed projects that will benefit the community for years. One in particular makes the grade. Huge improvements to the Ibai Elementary School. When we asked one of the teachers what the Seabees had changed about his classroom, he replied, everything. From electricity to windows, ceiling fans to paint, the school shines.
It's going to be a whole new world for the students. It's going to be something totally brand new. It's definitely better than what it was. Just giving back to somebody that doesn't have as much as we have. Leaving here with a sense of completion and leaving something better behind than when we got here.
With a lot of hard work and an investment in the local community, these Seabees took something old, made it better, and built a brighter future.
Yeah, it is a unique symbiotic relationship that exists between the Marshallese people, the great Marshallese people, and the workforce that they provide to us. We couldn't execute this mission. The mission would fail if we did not have that critical workforce every day here on the island helping us execute what KRS does on a daily basis. Without them, we'd fail.
In this mission, failure isn't an option. The peace, security, and strength that supports the U.S. and their allies is right here in the Central Pacific.
Any new foreign launch that is launched from Asia, we're able to see it from here because we're so close to the equator. So somewhere close to 80% of all launches that come from Asia have to come through here in RTS.
It's serious business hidden away in a beautiful place.
It's fair to say that sometimes it's good to know that this is somewhat of a secret or a gem in the Pacific.
We hope you've enjoyed this look at USAG Kwajalein Atoll. From all of us here at AFN Pacific, thanks for watching.